In this video, I'll be rigging the goose wing using follicles to constrain the feathers. First thing I want to do is I want to create a joint chain for each feather. Feel free to make an FK or IK setup as you like in order to get extra fidelity and detail in the controls of the feathers. I want to use my create joint chain script to create the joint. That's why I'll grab the vertex ID that I get from the Maya callbacks and enter it into my script. I want my feather joint chain to consist of 4 joints, so I need to duplicate my 2 X-form lines to get 4 in total. I'll enter the correct vertex ID and I'll also make sure to change the attribute name to something unique. Next I need to copy the joint creation lines. I need 2 more joints, so I'll duplicate the joint line twice. Make sure to have a line with deselection in between each joint creation, otherwise new joints will be parented under the previous one. Again, remember to assign a new variable name to the new joints. I'll duplicate the final part of the script where the joints are assigned values. I'll make sure that my new joints are getting the new values, and after that I'm ready to run the script. If you want the joints to be parented under one another, you need to remove the square from the final lines of the script. This is what will make it an actual chain. It's a good idea to get an orient joint command in there too at the end, so that the orientation of the joints is correct. I'm not going to create any specific setup for each feather, so I just want them to be driven by the main proxy of the wing. This is why I'm not going to have a joint chain for each feather, but just joints by themselves. Right, so I entered the vertex ID into the script and I selected the feathers that I want to create joints on. Running the script gives me a bunch of joints on all the feathers. If I find 2 or 3 strays, I'll just manually snap them to the point they're supposed to be at. Since the script is hard-coded, I need to enter the new vertex IDs for each new piece of geometry that I want to run the script on. So now, I'll go to the second layer of feathers and grab the vertex ID and enter it into the script. I'll go ahead and do this for each unique feather geometry that I have in my scene. Once the joints are placed out, it is time to skin them to the feather geometry. If you want to avoid having dozens of skin clusters, you can of course always decide to have all the feathers be one piece of geometry. The only downside to that approach is that you have to do more skinning work than if you have an isolated feather.